Welcome to the kingdom. The Humble King Podcast, where real kings speak with purpose. We level up only, let's go hop it.
Relationships shape people more than they realize. The people around you influence your mindset, your habits, your confidence, your discipline, and even the direction of your life. Every connection has an impact, whether positive or negative, and over time those influences slowly become part of who you are. That is why loyalty, trust, and distance all matter. Loyalty is one of the most respected qualities in life, but it is often misunderstood. Real loyalty is not just about staying around during good times. Anyone can stay when life is easy, when everything is going well, when there is success, attention, or comfort. True loyalty is revealed during difficult seasons. It is revealed when things are not perfect. It is revealed during pressure. It is revealed during struggle. It is revealed when there is nothing to gain. That is when character becomes visible. But one of the hardest lessons in life is understanding that not every relationship is meant to last forever. Some people are part of your life for a reason. Some are there for a season. Some are there to teach lessons. Some are there to grow with you. And some naturally grow away from you over time. Not every connection is permanent, and accepting that truth is part of maturity. A lot of emotional pain comes from trying to hold on to relationships that are no longer aligned with growth. People stay connected out of habit, fear, comfort, or emotional attachment, even when the relationship is no longer healthy or balanced. But forcing connections that no longer fit can create more damage than distance ever will. Distance is often misunderstood. Distance does not always mean hatred. Distance does not always mean conflict. Distance does not always mean negativity. Sometimes distance means healing. Sometimes distance means protection. Sometimes distance means growth. And sometimes distance is necessary for peace. Not everybody deserves unlimited access to your life, your energy, or your peace of mind. Learning that does not make someone arrogant. It makes them aware of their emotional boundaries. Trust is another important part of relationships. Trust takes time to build, but it can be broken quickly. That is why consistency matters more than words. Many people can say the right things, promise the right things, or appear trustworthy in the beginning. But actions over time reveal true character. Consistency shows truth. Behavior shows truth. Patterns show truth. Trust is not built through one moment. It is built through repeated behavior over time. That is why patience matters when building or evaluating relationships. Real loyalty is tested through time, pressure, and circumstances. Real support is seen during difficult moments, not just easy ones. And real character becomes visible when situations are not convenient. Pressure reveals truth in people. Some people stay present when everything is good but disappear when life becomes difficult. Others remain steady even when situations are uncomfortable or uncertain. That difference matters deeply in relationships, because the people closest to you influence your mindset more than you realize. Your environment shapes your thinking. Your relationships shape your habits. Your conversations shape your mindset. Your connections shape your direction. That is why protecting your circle matters. Not every connection is healthy long-term. Some relationships create stress, confusion, emotional instability, or distraction. Others create peace, encouragement, accountability, and growth. And learning to recognize the difference is part of emotional maturity. Maturity is not about cutting people off carelessly. It is about understanding when a relationship is helping growth and when it is holding you back. It is about being honest with yourself instead of ignoring patterns that repeat over time. Self-awareness is necessary. Because sometimes the hardest truth is recognizing that certain connections no longer align with who you are becoming. And growth requires change. Change can be uncomfortable because it challenges emotional attachment. People often hold on to familiarity even when it is unhealthy because familiarity feels safe. But safety is not always the same as growth. Growth sometimes requires uncomfortable decisions. It requires honesty. It requires boundaries. It requires emotional strength. And emotional strength is not about being cold or distant from everyone. It is about understanding when to protect your peace without unnecessary conflict. Peace matters, because a peaceful mind thinks more clearly. A peaceful mind makes better decisions. A peaceful mind handles pressure with more stability. Without peace, everything becomes harder emotionally. That is why distance is sometimes necessary, not out of anger, not out of pride, but out of self-respect. Self-respect means valuing your emotional health enough to make decisions that support long-term stability instead of short-term comfort. Because emotional damage often builds slowly when unhealthy relationships are ignored for too long. And eventually, people reach a point where they realize they have been carrying unnecessary emotional weight for years. Trust also requires honesty. Honesty with others, but also honesty with yourself. Sometimes people ignore red flags because they want relationships to work so badly that they overlook patterns that are clearly unhealthy. But ignoring reality does not change reality. Awareness is necessary for growth. And awareness helps people make better decisions about who they allow close access to their lives. Because not everyone deserves the same level of trust immediately. Trust should be earned through consistent actions over time, not given blindly based on words alone. And when trust is broken repeatedly, it becomes necessary to reassess boundaries. That does not mean people are disposable. It means emotional safety matters, because relationships should not constantly drain peace. Healthy relationships create balance. They support growth, encourage discipline, build confidence, and bring stability. Unhealthy relationships do the opposite. They create confusion, stress, emotional instability, and distraction from purpose. That is why choosing your circle carefully matters. The people you surround yourself with influence your future direction more than many people realize. And sometimes growth requires difficult decisions about distance, boundaries, and emotional protection. But those decisions are not about hate. They are about peace. They are about growth. They are about protecting identity. At the end of the day, loyalty, trust, and distance all teach the same lesson. Not every connection is meant to stay forever, but every connection teaches something. And wisdom is learning which connections build you up and which ones hold you back. That understanding creates emotional maturity, and emotional maturity creates stability in life. That is the lesson behind loyalty, trust, and distance.
Welcome to the kingdom. The Humble King Podcast, where real kings speak with purpose. We level up only, let's go hop it.